Hey everyone, Maker from Collectibles here. Back in another video. Today I have a CGC unboxing. I do already know the grades. I was too impatient and I ended up looking on the website to see what the grades were. Maybe on my next one I'll let it be a surprise on video, but I doubt that. Alright, so got my list here. Nice. Okay. Packaging out of the way. Order number and receipt. Yep, all that. Okay, I don't know what I want to start with here. Okay, they didn't pack it in the same order in which it was graded on the sheet, so alright, let's just start out. Just grab one here. Get it out of the sleeve. And I should have been more prepared. I'm not. So actually, get me a sticky note to put over this. Alright. Don't know how well that's going to work. First up, a lot of glare. Captain America, number 6 from 2005. This is the first full appearance of the Winter Soldier. It's also Scarlet and the Black movie poster cover homage. This one I put at a 9.8. I don't know how well this is going to focus, if at all. There we go. There were no spine ticks on this thing that I recall. Not after I did mine. I had to do some light tack iron work. I did not press it. I just tack ironed it. Did have a couple of finger bends in it, which I was able to work out. But this I put at a 9.8, and CGC gave it a 9.8 white pages. So pretty happy with that. Okay. We'll just set them up like that. Alright, next up. Nice. So unorganized. Alright, Web of Spider-Man, number 1 from 1985. First appearance of the Vulturians. I picked this up for $7. Had to do a little bit of work on it. Not a whole lot, though. It did have a couple of decent finger bends in here. But again, I just did some tack ironing. I don't think I actually pressed this one. I didn't feel like it needed it. But I did put it at a 9.8. And it got a 9.8 off-white to white pages. So, pretty cool. Alright, next up. Let's go. We're going to go with this one. This one was my only disappointment. And I feel like they were a little harsh on this one. Wolverine, number 1. I put this at a 9.6, possibly a 9.8. And I can see why. It's got a spine tick there. and a spine tick right there, but neither one of them breaks color. And I do not recall them being there when I sent the book in. I did have to do some spine work to this book, but they were not there. I don't know if maybe there was some reversion, but even then, they don't break color. I know it looks like this one does, but that's just the glare of how the light's hitting it. That does not break color. So like I said, I put this at a 9.6 with a shot at a 9.8. And what is that? Okay, that's on the case. I saw all this, and that was not on the... That's got to be... Yeah, that's on the case. I don't know. Now that I have it in hand, I really don't agree with them. There's no finger bends. I haven't shown you guys the grade yet, obviously, but that's on the case. There are no finger bends. Corners are sharp. Let me try and... There we go. There are no finger bends. Looks like there are currently 2 non-breaking color ticks. I gave it a 9.4. I have 9.6s that don't look anywhere near this nice. I have 9.6s that have 3 color-breaking spine ticks on them. And this has 2 non-color breaking ticks. But it did not have them when I sent this out. I know because I spent a lot of time working on this book. I do not see how this is a 9.4. I've got 9.6s that don't look anywhere near this nice. Man. That one I'm not happy about. I really am tempted to crack that and resubmit. Alright, next up. Let's go with this one. Alright, now this one, I was spot on with my grade. This is G.I. Joe, Real American Hero #1, Newsstand, from 1982, and they did designate Newsstand. Now, this one I put at a 9.4, reason being that bottom corner there does have a bit of a crunch to it, along with some color break, and the bottom right corner was crunched pretty good. You can actually see there's still a pretty decent indent in that. This is a really thick cover, so it's very hard to work on. But yeah, it does break color right there. It does have a crease that I could not get out. Like I said, this is a thick cover. This was not really an easy book to work on. The defects that it had. The spine did have 2 ticks, but I got most of it out. There's one right there, but it is not color breaking. But that crunched corner was pretty obvious, and you can kind of see it from the back too, how crunched that corner is. Creased it. On the back, I was able to work the spine out pretty good. Now this I put at a 9.4. It got a 9.4. Now, based off what I showed you with this book versus that Wolverine, you really think that Wolverine's a 9.4? No. No, this thing's got a crunched corner. It's got a color breaking crease in the bottom right corner with still a crease in it and a spine tick, and somehow it's the same grade as that. Now, I did put this at a 9.4. It did get a 9.4. All right, next up. Let's do... I want to say that for last. Let's do this one. I guess I can probably just keep the grade out of camera for the time being. Amazing Spider-Man 252. And god dang it. You know, I saw this on the what is that? Oh my god, what is that? Okay. So when I saw the pictures on the website, I saw what looked like possibly a hair in the case right there. I don't know if you can see that. I don't think that's a hair. It looks like pen. What is that? What do you guys think? Does that look like a hair or a pen mark? That looks like a pen mark. I'm gonna have to take some up close photos of that. Wow, I'm gonna have to take some macro. I'm gonna put my phone on macro and take some pictures. That looks like pen. What is that? Oh, that did not exist when I sent this book in. When I saw the scan, I thought, oh, maybe it's a hair on the case. Whatever that is inside the case. It looks like it's actually on the book. I don't think that's a hair. Anyway, the spine did have a few color... See, and look at this thing. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 color breaking ticks. 7. And of course, there's no grader's notes on any of these. I checked. 7 color breaking ticks on the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 6 of them go to the back. I put this, I will say, I did put this at a 9.0. Was it this one I put at a 9.0? Yeah. I put this book at a 9.0 with all the ticks. And this book was not. Something's wrong with their holders. Because it's like the books are being... Yeah, they're warped in the holders. Yeah, I can see it warped. It's being warped inside the holder. I think you guys can see that right there. So it's over-exaggerating all of this. I've noticed that on the newer slabs. But there's no Newton rings. Anyway, I put this at a 9.0. It is the newsstand. Ties with Marvel Team Up 141 for first appearance of the black costume. It did get a 9.4. Now how... This is what's driving me nuts. How is that Wolverine number 1 a 9.4 and so is this? It's like this guy had a thing for 9.4s. guy or girl, I don't know, whoever. But that right there, what is that? I wonder if that's on the inner what? I don't know. I'm gonna have to try and take some close-up pictures. Anyway, ASM 25294. I have to figure out what that is. Yeah, so we got, let's see, 94, 94. These make sense. Well, I guess this does not make sense. That does not make sense. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Enough of that. Next up, Wolverine #1 limited series newsstand. See, look at this. These cases are bending the books. I do not have that with any older graded slabs. Anyway, I put this at a 9.2. It is the newsstand. Again, 9.4. I think there's people that are going to say, well, that's why you're not supposed to submit books of same condition with books that are better, because they'll just all, I mean, look at this. Look at all the spine ticks on this thing. Not as many as the ASM 252. And actually only, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, yes, 7 color breaking spine ticks on this. Which I put this at a 9.2, and it got a 9.4. I don't remember if I said that just now or not. No finger bends on it. Oh, right there at the bottom. I'm not sure if they counted this against me, but if you look right here, you'll see just the tiniest little piece. And I'm pretty sure that's actually just from the manufacturing, the little grabbers. I think I've seen this on other Wolverine ones. So I don't know as whether or not they count that against me. And then the back. Yeah, I mean, I could have worked them out a little better, but it wouldn't really matter because they break color. Like I said, I put the at 9.2, it got a 9.4 newsstand, so I'm happy with that. All right, next up, this is a cool one. Incredible Hulk 271, first comic appearance of Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon. And newsstand, and it is the Mark Jewelers insert. So I'm glad they got the correct designation on there. This one here had pretty decent spine tick on it right there. And again, this book is being overly exaggerated as warped due to this case. And let me see it here. Yeah, the book is being warped inside the inner well. I don't know if you can see that, but it is being warped inside the inner well. Cool. Anyway, this I put at a 9.0 because it also does have pretty decent amount of color rub right along here. But I put it at a 9.0 and it got a 9.2. So, oh, and then that bottom left corner is a little worse for wear. So happy with that. I figured a 9.0, it got a 9.2. All right, and the last one. This is a big one. I was so far off on this grade. Iron Fist 14. First appearance of Sabretooth. See, now this book doesn't look like it's being warped. Anyway, did have a crease at the staples, and it had actually a pretty decent spine tick right there by the W under White Doom. Not much I could do about that, and then not much I could do with that pretty decent color break right there. No finger bends. I did press this book twice. It did have a pretty wicked like indent going all along the spine here. Oh, and I think you guys already saw the grade. I put this at an 8.0. It got a 9.4. I think I accidentally showed the grade. So again, this whoever this was loves 9.4s. Very happy with this book. Like I said, I put it at an 8.0 just because it's an older book and it had a pretty wicked, it's almost borderline a tear right there, and then the creases at the top staple there. Other than that, it did have some distribution ink along the top and on the back, but it doesn't seem like they really hit it too hard for that. But it's a clean book. So 9.4, Iron Fist 14. That is it. That is all from the submission. Again, I'm going to have to take some close-up shots of the ASM 252. Because I don't think that's a hair. That almost looks like pen, or I don't know. That's weird. So again, whoever this was, loved 9.4s. Let's check the ratio. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't tell me this is a 9.4. 5. So 5 9.4s, a 9.2, and 2 9.8s. So I was correct on, I was spot on with 3 of the grades, the 2 9.8s, and then the G.I. Joe 9.4. And then I was over on that one, and then I graded under on the Iron Fist, the Wolverine limited series, the ASM 252, and then the Incredible Hulk 271. But there you guys go. That is my second ever submission. Eventually I would like to do a vintage. I did fast track this. I'm trying to think here. The holiday kind of screwed up me getting them back. I believe I started the submission. When is it? Check the paperwork here. I did fast track, modern. I think they received them on May 14th. And here it is, May 20, what is it, 28th. So from them putting them in the system to me getting them back was exactly 2 weeks. Which I guess is in line with the fast track for modern, which is 10 business day turnaround time. So I guess it was actually a little quicker than what they said it should be. So I mean, I'm happy with that. I just gotta figure out what is going on with this ASM 252. But there you guys go. That is my second ever submission. Overall, I'm happy with the grades, especially with this. This is a big book. This and a 9.4 is big. I think it's somewhere between 750 and 850. Which is pretty good because I paid $325 for this book. So, and then this one here, I paid $150, and there's a 9.0 Mark Jewelers up right now for 500 OBO with like 27 watchers on it. I don't plan on selling any of these. I do plan on keeping them in the collection. But there you guys go. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.